Today, let's review an interaction between a citizen journalist and officers from the Rahway Police Department in New Jersey. Let's take a close look at the incident and analyze its constitutional implications. This video was posted at Long Island Audit. Links to the original video is in the description. In this scenario, the citizen journalist was photographing and filming a government facility, which prompted a call to the police from a concerned individual who believed he was violating policies by recording the area.
Police. Hi, good morning. This is the Rahway Motor Vehicle Office. We have a gentleman that is videotaping, recording our road test course. I've already spoken to him. I said, there's signs posted you can't record. He's not listening. He's being belligerent. The security guard went to go talk to him. He's not listening to her. We don't even know why he's even here.
The First Amendment guarantees the freedom of the press and the right to gather information about matters of public interest. Filming government officials in public spaces, where there is no reasonable expectation of privacy, falls under this protection, as established in Smith v. City of Cumming, 212-1332, E11th United States Court of Appeals, 2000. In this case, the court recognized that citizens have a First Amendment right to photograph or videotape police conduct. Here, the journalist was on state-owned property, which is public property, and thus his right was constitutionally protected.
How you doing, sir?
What's going on?
Hey, how are you? Good. Good.
What's happening?
Nothing, just taking some pictures and video, and Officer Gonzalez and some other people seem to not like that a lot, so...
Now tell them it's against the policy of the motor vehicle.
Well, this is private property, sir.
This is not private property.
This is private property.
This is not private property.
Yes, it is private property.
It's not private property.
It is private.
I looked up the surveys before I came here, and this is not private property. No, the state, this is owned by the state of New Jersey, which means that it's...
Which is private property.
You're saying that the state...
Motor vehicle is part of this private property.
No, it's owned by the state, which means that it's public property, sir. I think that's ridiculous that you would say that this is private property when it's owned by the
private property.
Who's it owned by? The state.
By the state, yes.
Okay.
But
so
you saying any place in the state you could go there?
Yeah.
Go there?
Any state property that's not restricted.
The officers claim that the state property was private is a misunderstanding of public property laws. State property is accessible to the public unless specifically restricted for security reasons, allows for exercise of First Amendment rights. The conversation regarding the apparent misunderstanding of public versus private property highlights the lack of awareness that some officers may have about constitutional protections regarding public recording. The officers' insistence that their policy overrides constitutional rights could lead to unlawful detentions or arrests if enforced improperly. The officers are on shaky grounds for their lack of clear, articulable suspicion necessary to engage beyond a reasonable Terry stop and for their misunderstanding of public recording rights. The journalist, on the other hand, was within his rights to refuse a search and to film on public property.
Yeah, I can go there.
She's saying it's against their policy for anybody to be...
So, ma'am, let me get this straight. This doesn't make any sense because, Officer Gonzalez, you call him because I'm in supposed... Okay, the supervisor called him because I'm in supposed violation of a policy. You're not policy enforcement, sir, right? You don't enforce policies. You're a law enforcement.
Yes.
I'm not breaking any laws.
Well, this is private property, that's why.
This is not private property. It's scary that you would think that this is private property, sir. Really. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Yes, right here, Withers, yep.
Withers?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure, I'm Officer Maloney. Can you take your hands out of your pockets for my safety?
Oh, my hand in my pocket's not for your safety.
Yes, it is. It's for my safety, sir.
It's a little chilly out here. I don't have any weapons on me.
Sir, can you check them? Because I don't know what.
You cannot just check me. You can't do that. You can't go in my pockets. I don't consent to searches or seizures. Hey.
Sir, take your hands out of your pockets.
You can't tell me to take my hands on my pocket. What? It's not against the law to keep my hand in my pocket. It's cold out here. It's a little windy out here.
Do you have a weapon?
I don't.
Show me
I'm
your
telling you I
hands.
don't. I'm not going to show you my hands, man, because that's not against the law.
Talk to you over here first.
You can't just search people. What's wrong with you?
Let's address the officer's demand for the journalist to remove his hands from his pockets. The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures. This protection extends to an individual's personal space and possessions. Terry v. Ohio, 392 U.S. 1, 1968. allows officers to perform a limited search known as a Terry stop or stop and frisk if they have a reasonable suspicion that the person is armed and dangerous. However, The suspicion must be based on specific and articulable facts, not just a vague or general concern for safety.
Officer Maloney, just trying to go in my pockets. That's an illegal search. Rahway Police. Insane. Can I speak to a supervisor, please?
Yes, we're gonna call one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You gotta get out, sir? If you don't mind, just back up, let him get out. Thank you.
So that's how the Rahway Police Department trains their officers, to just go up to people.
Right, can I have a supervisor?
Just go up to people, law-abiding citizens, and say, take your hands out of your pocket. And when I refuse to take my hands out of my pocket,
So
they automatically...
Put it on YouTube, I guess?
It can go wherever.
Yeah, no. That's what I figured you do.
It goes
You're
wherever.
one of those guys that try to record cops or whatever, put it on YouTube, Instagram, and everything.
I didn't
Nice,
call you here.
Nice.
I didn't call you here.
Nice. That's what you do to
And
money,
you shouldn't.
right?
And you
That's
shouldn't.
nice.
And you shouldn't have any problem with a man exercising his
no
right.
problem with it. It's the me in a motor vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, the motor vehicle. But sir,
So
your
what do we gotta put
logic.
on YouTube?
That's, I don't know. But all I know is that is a problem. That officer's actions is a problem. You can't just go up into somebody's pockets. You can't
She
do
didn't go
that.
into your pocket.
She tried to. You tried to. If I didn't, I backed away.
Away from me, sir.
It doesn't matter. You have a weapon. So you have a weapon. You have a taser and a gun.
Do I?
You do,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
You all have weapon. You all have weapons here. You all have weapons here, except me. I'm the only one without a weapon. I'm the one with the camera, and you guys are terrified.
I have a camera too also, sir.
Yeah. Should I be terrified of you because you're recording? Ridiculous.
Am I supposed to be terrified of you?
Yeah, you are terrified of me because you tried to go in my pockets. I didn't try and go in your pockets. You tried to go in my pockets.
Well, I don't know what you have in your pocket.
Hey, Sergeant. How are you, Sarge? Hey, Sarge. If I can speak to you for a minute.
He won't
Thank
take
you.
his hands out of his pocket. I don't know
Well,
what
that
you
you
have.
got to do for my safety and if
Sir.
you want to speak to me, take your hand out of your pocket so I know I'm safe and you're safe.
But sir, you have 5
I
officers
don't
here.
care. That doesn't matter. I've done this for a long time. They're asking you to take.
But you
your
can
hand-
see that I don't have
can't
any
see.
weapon.
I can't.
Yes,
see.
you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No,
Does
I
that look
can't.
like? Does that
So
look?
just show me your hand then.
But no, but it's
Boss,
a power
I'm not
thing.
going to entertain that.
It's a
part of
power
it.
thing. It's a
Not
power
thing.
thing.
I'm asking to see your hands the way you can
And
see
you
mine.
can see what's in my
No, I
pocket.
can't.
You can.
I'm not asking to see what's in your pocket. I'm asking to see your hand.
So if I took my hand out of my
There you go.
pocket and
So
then
now,
I put
there
my
you
hand
go.
back in my
Well,
pocket,
If you want to put it back in your pocket,
That
I'm gonna
makes no
pat the
sense.
outside of your pocket to make sure there's nothing in there. So do you want to take your hand out of your pocket, or would you like me to pat?
I
your
would like.
pocket
I don't.
so
I
we
don't.
can
I don't
talk?
consent to any searches and seizures. I would just
I'm
like
not
to speak to
searching
you.
or seizure. I'm not taking anything from you. I'm going to make sure I'm safe. They're safe. we're all
Everybody's safe. What is wrong with you?
There
Everybody is
isn't anything
safe.
wrong with me. You asked to talk to me.
Yeah, and
so
I'm
now I'm here to
and
talk
I'm here
to
to
you.
complain.
In this situation, the officer's demand for the journalist to remove his hands from his pockets may be seen as excessive without specific reasons to suspect he was armed. Simply having your hands in your pockets on a chilly day does not necessarily constitute reasonable suspicion. Moreover, the journalist clearly stated that he did not consent to a search, emphasizing his Fourth Amendment rights.
Let me speak to your
No,
supervisor.
I am my supervisor.
No, you're
I'm
not.
the road supervisor.
No, you're not. There's
Yes, you
there's a
are.
lieutenant above you.
No, he's on the desk. He's not on the road. So if you want to go inside, we can go speak to him.
You are giving off a horrible example for your police
I'm
department.
not giving a hard. I'm
because my
asking you
hand
to
is in
keep
my
your hand out
pocket.
here so I know everybody's safe. I don't know
Everyone
you, you
is
don't know
safe.
me.
I don't know you, but yeah, you have a gun. He has a gun. He has a
Nothing to do
weapon.
with it.
Oh,
My
yeah.
hand's not near my gun. So all I'm asking
It doesn't
you to
matter.
take so I can
I don't
talk
have
to
a
you.
weapon. It doesn't matter.
Well,
so
you
you
can
should be able
say
to
that.
call people. You should be able to talk to people
I'm trying
that
to
have
talk
their
to you.
hand in their
No,
pocket.
no, that's not. In one side, if you want me to pat it, and then I can be sure there's nothing in
I
your
don't
pocket.
consent.
Okay. Well, but then I'm not going to speak to you till I know what's going on.
One could argue, however, that the officers were acting within their duty to ensure safety. Officer safety is a paramount consideration, and courts have generally allowed some leeway when it comes to officer protection. Given the confrontational tone of the interaction, an officer may argue their concern was justified under the circumstance, even if it's a gray area legally.
My name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story here at the Motor Vehicle Commission.
For what? Do you have their Do you have their permission to be here? Did you
I
talk
don't
to
need
the
their
supervisor?
I don't need their permission to be here. This is
Well,
public property.
It's not public property in that sense.
It is
No,
public
it's not.
property.
It's public property if you're here to conduct business.
No, it's
if
public-
not, they can tell people they don't want to service them or they can't be on the
No,
property.
they can't do that.
Yes, they can.
They can't do that.
Yes,
You're
they
wrong.
can.
I've spoken to the
Okay.
Motor Vehicle
well,
Commission.
we're going to go speak to their supervisor since
They're right over
they're
there.
on their way. We'll find out. If they don't want you on the property, you can go film from off their property.
This is public property,
It's not
sir.
public property.
It is
in
public
that sense.
property.
It's public so that everybody can come
This
here
is
and go
owned-
to DMV.
Government property
yeah.
is public
Not
property.
In that manner, the way you're
Yes, it
using
is.
They don't want you.
Government
They're making-
property
if
is
they're-
public
if you're
property.
Making them uncomfortable and they don't want you here.
So you
go
can kick me
stand
out of your
there.
police station
Can I?
Yeah, can
if
you?
I have to, or if there's a problem.
if I'm recording.
Recording what?
If
You
I'm
can sit
recording
there and
inside,
record.
okay then, so I can sit
But
here
I'm
and
not.
record.
This is that, but that's my department.
It's
That's
not your
my
department,
home
it's the
base.
people's department.
If they're saying they don't want you on the property, that's
the-
going to be their decision to sign
That
complaints
would
against
be-
you and do that.
yeah.
That's fine. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where we'll take it since you don't want to.
And you'll be violating my rights, and then I'm going to hold you accountable.
That's
I promise you that.
okay, well,
I will hold the Motor Vehicle Commission accountable.
Absolutely. Hold whoever you want. But
Why
if
are your
they're
officers
saying-
so scared? Why do
I'm
they?
not scared of
No, but
anything.
why did your officers come up to me and say, "Get your hand out of your pocket, get your
Because
hand,"
they don't
and
know
then
who
try and
you
go
are,
into my
because-
pocket?
because
She
they
attempted to go inside of my pocket. I had to back away from her.
But nobody went in your pocket.
Away from you, sir, because that was I didn't know what
We
you
got-
had in your
sir,
pocket.
sir.
You should
I
listen.
saw
You should really get another job if you're going to be so scared.
Like, we're not gonna.
If you're going to be so scared, you should get. If you're going to be so scared, you should get another job, man. Maybe work at a bank or something.
Where's you guys? Where's the supervisor that runs this so we can decide whether they want him here or not?
Yeah, whether you're going to get a lawsuit or not.
That's
Because you don't care, because you're not going to pay
It's
it.
not about that.
The officer's actions toward the citizen journalist violated Fourth Amendment rights due to a lack of reasonable suspicion for a search and frisks. The mistaken belief that state-owned property is private also infringes on the journalist's First Amendment right to record. The response from the officers may be understandable from a safety perspective, but constitutionally, it does not hold up. With these factors in mind, we conclude that the officers in this scenario acted beyond their constitutional authority, and their actions merit further review and training on rights related to public recording and searches.
Let's read the internal affairs findings together. Now remember, this quote-unquote investigation took nearly a year and a half to complete. As you can see, this letter is dated September 9th, 2024. The letter is titled Conclusion of Internal Affairs Investigation. Dear Mr. Reyes, the Internal Affairs Unit of the Rahway Police Department has completed its investigation into your complaint filed on May 3rd, 2023. The letter is titled Conclusion of Internal Affairs Investigation. Dear Mr. Reyes, the Internal Affairs Unit of the Rahway Police Department has completed its investigation into your complaint filed on May 3rd, 2023, concerning the conduct of Sergeant Donald Dayan. The investigation determined that the officer violated departmental rules and regulations. Appropriate disciplinary action will be taken in accordance with the department's procedures. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the Internal Affairs Unit. Thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. Sincerely, Sergeant Daniel D. Albero.